Okay, welcome everybody back to Coffee and Art in the Morning. Da, 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 da. I'm Dee Dee, and we're going to try to finish up this page out of Tenderful Enchantments. I might have to block some of that sunlight. We'll see. And today's hump day. We already did a segment. We already did a segment with the calendars, my $3 yearly calendar haul. I did a segment of that earlier. So now I think we're going to go ahead and work on finishing this page in Tenderful Enchantments, Klara Markova. And we have previous parts with this. Talk like a grizzled prospector day commemorates the start of the California gold rush. I like talk like a pirate day myself. Talk like a pirate day. Hey Jen. I'm not sure if I could talk like a grizzled prospector day. Although I do watch a couple of YouTubers, the legend of, what mountain is that? The guys looking up in the mountains for the Lost Dutchman's gold mine. Um, so they don't have a TV show anymore. They used to have a TV show. But he, after the TV show was canceled, he started doing his own filming and legends of superstition mountains. So if you go, you can find those grizzled, you can find those grizzled prospectors over there. It is, Jen. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now I am going to zoom in and readjust the light because I want it to be a little closer while we color here. That's not too bad. That's pretty close. Looking at the camera and here, it's pretty close as far as color. That's pretty close to the color. So what we've done is I have a base coat of acrylic paint. And some of it we've colored over and some of it we have not. Here is this, it's like a purse. I'm not sure what it's made out of, but it's got the handle up here, the chain. See the little latch right there? I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, but I liked it in teal, so I painted it out in acrylic in teal. So now we have to do the blending and the highlighting with our color pencil. The shoes have been shaded with pencil, not the heels. So pretty much the pink here, we did the pink, these flowers, her little shirt, the shoes. I still have to do these two pinks. And then the background was, I used a marker, just the Crayola, I don't know which one it was, but I used a Crayola Super Tip and just colored in the background to give it a base. And then I went back over it with the purple, process red. So let me find my colors here again. These are the colors I was using. White, black, my pencil sharpeners. Hey Denise. Richard Mitchell was an English professor at, really? In New Jersey? That's awesome, Denise. Did you have, so you know who he is or had classes with him? Awesome. What did you think of him? He seemed like he'd be very strict. Was he very strict? Okay, so I'm going to go, let me sharpen these pencils real quick while I watch Denise from New Jersey talk about Richard Mitchell. If y'all were just joining us, y'all would know what I'm talking about. The underground grammarian, Richard Mitchell, who passed away, we looked it up, he passed away in 2002. He has some awesome books, and I went down on my shelves to find him, and I couldn't. So just go. I think his website's still up. I'm pretty sure. I looked a couple of years ago, and it was still up, but I haven't looked really recently. You never took a class with him, but knew him, didn't realize he wrote those books. Yeah. Yeah. So I think I have 4 of his books, 3 or 4. I don't know. It's been a while. He does a lot. He's very... He thinks that education, this was back before he passed away, and he passed away in 2002, that the educational system, I don't want to say he thought it sucked, but you know. Okay, so let's get on here with, I'm going to go in here in my flowers. I'm going to, oh, and I need pink. Pink. There it is. And pink. Those are the colors that I'm using in the pinks. I'm using Prismacolor pink, processed red, and dahlia purple, and black and white I got here too for the pinks. We got the pinks on the shoes, the roses, the little petals, her little shirt, these little flowers, and I want to finish these flowers here. And this will be the last segment on this, so however far we get, even if we don't finish every leaf and every butterfly, you will see, you know, I will post a finished picture when I am done with it, but I'm not going to do another segment. This will be the last segment I do on this particular one. Let's zoom in here better. Now, I'm going to look all tan and everything, but the colors are going to look right. Let's focus again. See if I can get it to focus better. It wants to focus. I only can put it on autofocus and see if it'll do its thing. Let's see. I can't manually get it better than an autofocus would. So I think that's probably because I'm so zoomed in. That's probably as good as I can get. Because that's true color, even though my skin's not true color. Okay, so, but I want the picture to be true color. So if y'all want to talk to me, put it in caps. So I'm just doing the shading like right along the edge of the petals here. So we'll get as much done as we can today. You'll get the idea. You know, I don't think I need to finish a full page on a stream for you to know, you know, the tips and colors and things that we use. So there's a little bit of shading on there. Is Mom here? I just saw something, Ken, that's beautiful. Just Suzanne said that. Did you see his, did you see Ken's? I should show it on this show too. Well, I'll have to wait till I back out now because I'm so zoomed in. But Ken made me a plastic canvas. It's a Kleenex holder that looks like a teapot. Hey, Kimberly. Yes, I did, CB. I showed it on the calendar. You know, when I just did a segment on my $3 calendar haul, and I showed it there. I'll show it again here, but I'll have to wait till I back out because it's too close. I mean, look, I'm like really zoomed in. All right, so now I'm going to take the processed red and go over that. And somebody asked how I get everything so smooth. It's layers of pencil. I don't use blender pencils, although I do have a Derwent pencil blender on the way to use to test anyway. You know, we the girls that are enablers say we have to test. Paula and, you know, Janet, somebody has to test these products. We're not getting paid for them. We're just enablers. But anyway, I have a Derwent pencil blender on the way. I don't use pencil blenders or the powders or the Gamasol or none of that on my color pencils. I just layer with color pencil. But with the polys, I'm going to try the Derwent pencil blender pencil. All right, so now I'm going to go in with pink. And again, right over everything else. And this is how you blend, this is how it blends out. In soft, light layers, lots of them. I'm putting no pressure. It's just lots of layers to smooth it all out. It's my civic duty to test them. Yeah, Kimberly. And also, if I remember, and I have time after this, when I back out the camera, I'll show you my other new collage poster that I started laying out this morning before I hit record. We'll see, want to get to that someday. Now I'm going to go in here with white and where I want the nicest, brightest highlights here on the flower. So something like that. Civic duty to test. Oh my gosh. So there we go. So there's those little petals. Let's go up to this rose here. We got this rose done down here. Now I'm going to do this rose right there. So again, I'm going to start with the dahlia purple in the deepest shadows. Then the process, what's it called? Process red. It's like a red violet. And I'm going over the dark purple and then also extending it out a little. So that's how you get it smooth. So this next lightest color on top of that dark purple, and that softens it and blends it out and makes it so there's no pencil lines. What happened? Do you hear a pitch? High pitch. Switch mics and switch back? Okay, hang on. All right, I'm going to try to switch. Okay, did that help? All right, see if that fixed it. I switched mics and switched back. Yeah, sometimes that happens, and I don't know what causes it, but sometimes the mic goes weird. Okay, so see if that's better. See if that's better. I switched it. Let me know. There's a 30-second lag, so I have to wait on you guys to tell me if you can hear. Is it fixed? Is it fixed? Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so now I'm going to add the white on the tips here. And if you need something darker, or if you need to shadow it up even more, then just go back with your darker colors and just add more. Like that. It's fixed? Okay, yeah. I don't know what happens that causes that, but okay, so now I'm going to go in here with the, blend that in a little bit. There we go. And that little rose, I think, is done, or whatever flower it is. Bye, G. You have a good day too. All right, so I think I got most of the flowers done. There's a little bit of pink here. I'll wait on that. Let's do that little heart. There's a little heart right here. There's a little heart in that little jar there. Just gonna. There we go. Okay. All right, now let's see what I'm gonna do. Some of the leaves. So let's see. I just stayed with a few colors. I did my lime green, the purple, a pink color as a base, and then this is an olive green on the grass, the bottom there, and then this is all the same yellow and green. So I got a yellow and a lime green. So these are lime green, and it's just acrylic paint. It's just Americana craft paint watered down. Now you got to water it down, because if you go full strength, you're going to cover up all your color book lines. So you just add a little bit of water to it, thin enough so that you can still see the lines, but it gives it a tooth. It base coats your images and gives it a tooth, and your pencils just work awesome. Oh, I can't, wish I could fix that, Eileen. Okay, so let's see. I want to get some lime green. I'll tell you the colors in a minute. And then another medium green, and then probably a dark green. Do I want just dark green, or do I want peacock green? Might want peacock green for this. All right, so let's just go with these three colors. So I'm going to go with chartreuse. I'm not sure what green this is because I sharpened it off, number 912, and then dark green, which is 906. I think this is grass green or spring. It might be spring green. Okay, so now I think I'll start with spring green. I'll start with the medium color and get some shadows going. Let's go ahead and do this one here first. Are we still in focus? Even though, look, the color of my skin's a little off, but anyway. All right, so I'm going to go along the veins of the yeah, all I can do is tell y'all to refresh if there's chat issues. So I got the little veins, and now I'm going to just do some shading in the depth areas down here. Along that edge. Okay, can y'all hear me okay? Testing chat. I see you, Denise. I don't know if anybody else. Did we have a net split or something? Okay. If we have a net split, then half of y'all are in another chat by yourselves. Or I'm in one by myself. Apple green. Thanks. Thanks, Paint Girly. Apple green. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take the dark green. And I don't really have any formula doing dark first and the very darkest, the medium. I just go with whatever. I don't really have a formula, you know. I think sometimes it just depends on what I'm coloring. Like this is very dark right here, so I'll probably go in with a lighter color first, you know. So now I'm going to get in here with the dark green and do the darkest shadows right along the flower edge there. And maybe some of, like halfway up the veins. Yeah, I don't really have any formulas for you guys. I can tell you what's working for me and on whatever I'm working on, but okay. There's a little bit on that side. I have a little pink paint on that leaf, so let's cover that pink paint up. Okay, now I'll go back with the spring green. Hey, Paula. And go over that. Paula, on my other video, I did my calendar, yearly calendar haul. And I did start a new collage on a poster that I kind of laid out. But that was before I just kind of showed it ahead of time. I didn't get too far in it because I knew I wanted to color today. So I didn't get too far into the collaging. But I did take one of my calendar pages and start a big poster. We'll have to get back to that. Okay, so there's a little bit of the spring green blending into the dark green. And again, it's over the top of acrylic, watered down acrylic paint. I want this one really dark down here, so I'm going to just kind of get that one like that. Now I'm going to blend all that in. I'm taking my chartreuse and going over everything and smoothing it out nice and smooth. I can go back over it again with more dark green or whatever. I was thinking there may be a probably because the chat Ken's teapot was when you were. Oh, okay. Okay, so you were talking about Ken's teapot, and that was left over from the other one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess that would be a problem, right? Leftover chat. But I didn't leave either. I just started a new video. I didn't leave and come back and make you guys refresh and all that. Maybe I should have left completely and made y'all just refresh, and maybe that would have worked. But okay, so there's those little leaves there. So we've gone from this to this. Okay, so let's do this one here. Again, I'm going to start with the darkest one. No, the medium one. That's what I want, the medium. Don't want that to get it too dark too quick. So let's go with the medium. Like that. And then going with the dark. Some shadow from these little beads here. And then go back with the spring green and kind of blend that. Since we're right there in the ditch. And then go with the light green and blend it out. Oh, broke pencil lead. All right, let's blend that in. So yeah, I wanted to finish this page up this week. So okay, I'm going to go back in here with the spring green right down in here. That's pretty good. All right, now let's go over to these leaves over here. Start with the medium green, so I don't get those veins too dark yet. Oh no, it's a little fuzzy. Let's try to readjust here. Hang on, guys. Let me fix some stuff here. Maybe. I'm so zoomed in, it's hard to focus. Hey, Grace. Maybe I should back out a little. Or I could block some of the sunlight. Okay, so now I'm going to go in here with the dark. And y'all got to remember, too, just another FYI, y'all that have been here on Ustream forever know this. We do not get HD quality on Ustream. Not for free, anyway. So we do not, if you know, you look at this video, our Ustream videos, and they're just not as HD, you know, as if I was, say, doing them directly live on YouTube or something. We don't get HD for free on Ustream. So it's not going to have the clarity that you get on some other platforms. Just saying. I kind of reiterate that every now and then because I get messages. I haven't for a while, but I'll get people emailing me. You need to fix your light. You need to fix your. You don't have your HD's not working. Why is your HD not working? Because we don't have HD. My camera's HD, but they don't give us HD quality. Not for free anyway on Ustream. So just FYI. And when I zoom in this far, I mean, look how far I'm zoomed in, guys. When I zoom in this far, it's even less quality. So, you know, people say, well, do some on YouTube. I might do some YouTube lives just to mix it up. I'll still do my Ustream, but I might do some YouTube lives. We'll test the quality out there. Might be fun to see. Okay, so there's those little leaves there. The chat, to me, the chat is not as good. The chat program, the way they do chat on YouTube is not as chat friendly as Ustream. Ustream has good chat. We will say that about Ustream. Even though chat messes up sometimes, the format of the chat is really awesome. Oh, I wanted to start. Is awesome on Ustream. So they got that going for them. You know, they do have that going for them. I haven't done these dark leaves yet. These right here around the flowers, I'll do that next. Okay, now I'll get in here with a little bit of the... And I do want to get back to some of my other color books. Maybe here in a little bit I'll show some of the color books we're still continuously working in. Not that we have any really open pages left. When I say open page, like I'm not working on unfinished pages in these books, but they're books that I want to get back to. So I might show some of my books that I want to get back to because we want to get back to them. Girly, that's funny. So, yeah, most people like Ustream chat better than YouTube chat, live chat, you know. Okay, so there's a little bit of dark in there. Now I'm going to go back in with the green, the spring green, and kind of blend that out. These are tiny, you know, they're tiny little leaves here. Then I'll go in here with the chartreuse and kind of blend it all together there. And then again, I've got to do that dark leaf there in a different color. Go back to Lost Ocean. Yeah, we haven't done a Lost Ocean in probably at least a year. Okay, back to spring green on the veins. And a little bit of then the dark green. the chartreuse. I need to sharpen again. So like I said, whether we finish this or not, today will be the last day we're working on this one though. I'll finish it, but I don't know that we'll finish it here. Let's get that darker right around her hair so her little head kind of stands out against. I think I hear the diva running around out there. Okay. Something like that. This needs a little bit darker down here. Maybe right along this edge. All right. That's pretty good. Doodlers. Yeah, Doodlers Anonymous. We haven't done that one in a long time either, Terry. Do you have The Mysterious World of the Cat and His Friends? No, I don't have that one. You said it's a Korean one. No, I don't have that one, Elise. Do you have a favorite top 3 artists you like for coloring books? Ooh, that's tough. That's a tough one. I like me some Kirby. I like Bennett Klein's art, although you do have to remember it's on Create Space paper. That can be tricky for some people. But I love Bennett Klein's art. I love Kirby's books and his Mythomorphia. Like I said on Monday, I think it was Monday, yeah. When I did the flip of some of my Kirby books, the Mythomorphia one is on heavier paper than the other two. At least the version I got was. And then I'm not sure what kind of paper his Phantomorphia will be, his new one. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do these leaves right here. And see, I know it's tedious, and not everybody likes to watch every little individual leaf, but we gotta get her done. I'm thinking, I always have loved Doodlers Anonymous. One of the things about Doodlers Anonymous is there's 90 different artists, so everyone's different. Every page or double page spread, it's different. So that's why I like my Doodlers. It's just because there's so many different artists in that one. Kirby and Bennett Klein. And I like these, like Hannah Carlzon and Klara Markova books. I like the feel of working in a hardback book. It's kind of nice. It's just, you feel like you're really doing something, like, because you're working in a hardback book. Oh, good, Mel. You like watching people color. I'll have to look over on my shelf in a minute. I love some of the Korean and Japanese books that Melody sent me. I really do like the Asian color books. They're just different. The artwork is very different, so I really enjoy those. And we have done quite a bit in, those. Serene and, some of those. Nick Filbert's books. I like Nick Filbert's art. And you can take the time on these leaves and color each little hump. Highlight each little hump on a leaf. If you want the leaf to look like, this. I'm not doing that on these. I'm coloring them kind of flat. but you can, you know, color each one so it looks like it dips and humps. Yeah, and the paper is good, usually pretty good quality on the hardback books. That's true. I like Zimla Snova. Yes, I do like that. And that's another one I do need to get back to because I really like that book. I like all of them. There's so much I like about all of them. But, you know, to stream them live, you know, there's only so many hours, you know, to stream. You know, I stream 2 to 3 days a week, and usually, most of the time, it's 2 episodes at a time. So you're looking at about 3 hours each, or thereabout. So, you know, you know, it takes up a full day for me to stream, you know, setting up, cleaning up, you know, and all that. And when I want to hop from color book to color book, the problem with that is because I can't finish a page in even if I stream 6 straight hours on one book or one page, you know, very rarely can I finish. This one's a little bit more simple. I'm getting a little quicker, you know, at finishing this page, but most of the pages are very complicated, and it's going to take multiple parts. Takes multiple parts to finish a page, and then people go, well, why aren't you coloring in Kirby? Well, because I spent 12 hours on, you know, on Zimia Snova, you know, or, you know. So, and then when I color off camera by myself, if I spend 3 or 4 hours just picking up a book and coloring, then people go, well, why didn't you record that? Because I was in bed coloring. You know what I mean, Vern? There's just so many hours and that I can, you know, do my color, and coloring's not all I do. I also do portraits, do my private portrait commissions. Then I love doing my altered books and my collage. I like just to pull out the big scroll and draw animals in funny ways. I like doing that. You know, there's just so many things we like doing, and then only so many hours in my day. So I do my best, guys. I try my best to put as much content as possible out there for you guys. I do. I try. And I know that you guys here aren't saying nothing about it. You guys here don't, you know, you all like to hang out and chat no matter what we do. But I'm just saying for those watching the recording more, because I don't get too many anymore, because I think I've explained it enough times that people get it. But every now and then you get somebody that complains about it. Can I show a Bennett Klein? Yeah, I think I've got all but 2 of Bennett Klein books. Connie and and Suze have kept me up in my Bennett Kleins. Thanks, Chatty Natty. Okay, so I think I got all those leaves done that are that particular kind of leaf. This is a different kind of leaf. So I think I got all of this kind done. That one looks like it needs a little bit more work. Needs a little bit more work. So I love streaming. I love drawing and coloring and chatting with you guys. But I'm only one person. Wish I could color every book for you guys. Okay, so there we go. I'm thinking I like that. All right, let's see where I want to go now. I think I want to show, let's do some of the yellow. I'm not going to do these long leaves yet. I want to do let's do her hair and this tassel. And the heels of the shoes. So let's see. I think I want to get some golden, like this is orange, like a Spanish orange, and an ochre. Let's see. I want an ochre, or this one may work good. That might work good. Maybe these 2. Need a brighter yellow. Here's your ASMR moment. Okay. There we go. So we're going to go with these 3 colors. I'm kind of sticking with 3 because everything's so tiny, you know. You don't need more than that usually. Dee, that's why I asked, because you are an original artist yourself. I was curious about others you really admire. I want to start making my own art. Hey, Allie Allie sings. I would recommend drawing a lot. Draw all the time. Sketch all the time. Give up sleeping. I know, right? All right, so again, I can start with either one of the the medium or the dark. I'm going to start with the dark because I don't want to get it too. I want to control how far the dark goes. So I'm going to get in here and like right where it's in the little jewel thing that's holding it together right there. It's going to be really dark there, and then same thing for where it comes out the other end here. Oh, and the other thing too, see all these little dots and stuff, and it's the same thing on a lot of, see these little dots, see all those dots, or sometimes they have the little spores and stuff. I will color right over those and go back with a Posca pen and go over those. I don't try to color around. Now sometimes if you want a shadow under them, you know, you can put the shadow under them, but I don't particularly try to color around them because I can just go over them with the white Posca. But if we want to put a little shadow around those little whatever, maybe those are little jewels. These might be little jewels that are just attached to the what do you call it, tassel maybe? I'm not sure. In this case, it's not like random spores. Otherwise, they'd be everywhere. Sketch journal, that's what I've been doing. Yeah. And there's tons of challenges out there. If you don't know what to draw, you know, get with some, you know, some of the online challenges. They have lists and stuff. Or just, you know, if you like what do you like to draw? Do you like drawing animals, people, things, everything? What do you like to draw? See, I love drawing animals because I do people portraits. Well, I do animal portraits too, commissions. I love drawing animals. If I have a choice of drawing anything for you guys on my own, just whatever I feel like drawing, whatever I want to draw, my favorite thing to draw is animals. I love drawing animals. You just spilled coffee on your society. Oh no. Well, make it part of it. Make it part of it. Don't freak out, Galena. Pat it dry. Get a heat gun to it. And roll with it. If it smeared some words, then, you know, you're going to have to rewrite it. I love the sound you make when you're looking for the color pencils. Yeah. If you like sound videos, then ASMR. People will go through their pencils or art supplies and they won't talk much, or they'll whisper. They'll talk real quiet. And they'll go through their supplies, pencils, they'll go through crinkled paper, you know, all kinds of things like that. Flowers, and so you like flowers and mandalas. Okay. I would also though recommend, if you're, I don't know how long have you been drawing? How long have you been drawing and sketching? I mean, I don't know how old you are, Allie. You could be 12, you know, and just bought your first sketchbook. I don't know. So okay, so I want this a little bit more shadow down in here, right along the edge. My favorite is when she's across the table. Oh, across the room. And under the table, yeah. Sometimes I go under there, you know, and yeah. I'm hoping now, and it's not confirmed yet because, you know, Denise's schedule is always up in the air. But she had said she wants to come over on my birthday weekend, which will be the 3rd, is the Saturday when she would come. and go through stuff and throw stuff away, like you know how we've done before. It's been a couple years since we've done it, but um, Denise is fun. My daughter Denise is a hoot. Just saying. I'm trying to keep up with chat here. You need to start a new one anyway. You've just been putting it off. Yeah, see, I've got a couple of society notebooks, composition books that I use for you guys that I write huge with a big Sharpie, you know, with a big Sharpie marker. I don't write with these ever. The only time I write with these is on camera so you guys can see. So yeah, you know, I've got messy ones, and then I'll read neat. I did some of them neat, like my mind mapping my colors. I did that real tiny and neat. I did it for me, but you can't see it on camera. Oh, okay. I just started sketching my own stuff last week. In your 30s, you're a singer, and you started coloring books. Drawing on your own is more creative and satisfying. Yeah. I would recommend, even though you think, you know, you'll draw something and it doesn't look anything like it. If you really want to learn some really good drawing skills and techniques, get drawing on the right side, of the brain. And I think it even there's a new version. I don't have the new one. Mine's from the 70s, but there's a new version that has a sketchbook with it. I don't have the updated version, but yeah. It has a lot of tips. I know Julie Topaz isn't Denise a hoot, but it has a lot of things in there that it's hard to, unless I do a full-on, and it's been a while, a full-on drawing tips class, how to take magazines and find shapes, and how to see shapes. It's all about seeing. It's all about seeing and your eye-hand coordination. And lots of practice if you want to draw. And I don't want to, when I say realistic, doesn't necessarily mean realism. But if you want to draw realistic and have things look like you see them and you want it to look like that, then it takes practice. Yeah, it is, Jerry. Drawing on the right side of the brain is awesome. Okay, so there's a little bit of that. I got to sharpen this pencil. And I'm going to go ahead and do, let me go ahead and do it. I'll do one thing at a time. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Spanish orange, and I'm going over the, what was that color again? See, I don't know my colors. I've been using Prismas for 30-something years. I still don't know the colors and numbers. I just go by the color. Mineral orange. Now I'm going to go over that with the Spanish orange and blend it, but not going so far as to get rid of all that brightness there. Now remember, this base coat is acrylic paint, washes, so it gives me tooth. I get blocked at the upside down drawing lesson. I know, and what you need to do, Jean, is find something that you want to draw upside down, but don't really look at the picture very much. Just see something, turn it up, you know, because if you look at the picture too long and then try to draw it upside down, your brain will flip it automatically. Yeah. But that's to practice seeing shapes, you know, seeing things as they really are, not what you think they are. See, that's what we do in our head. And you have to kind of like get over doing that. It's hard. I mean, it does take a little practice, but you can do it, Jean. How many times did you try? Once? I'm teasing, Sassy. I'm teasing. Yeah, exactly. And the reason your drawing is so much better when you draw it upside down is because you're drawing what is really there. You're not drawing what your mind thinks it sees. Your mind has preconceived ideas of what things should look like. And so you draw things what you think they look like when they really don't look like that. So when you draw upside down, you are drawing what you see because it's not what you think it is. I don't know if I'm making sense. Okay, now let's go to the yellow which is I think canary yellow. Yeah, canary yellow. And I'm going to blend a little bit more. And then I'm going to do a couple things here. I'm going to go with my Posca, just so I can show you this, because I think those are supposed to be little jewels. Even if you want those jewels to be another color, you can still, it depends on what you want to do, really, I guess. I don't want to give you a rule. But if you do white dots, you can color over those and make them another color. Okay, just because you color them in white with your Posca doesn't mean you can't go back, but you got to make sure that's dry. Because it's paint. If you go over this right now with pencil, it would just smear it away. So you got to make sure that's dry. So I'm going to go and add all these little, I guess they're little jewels. And I think I'll put a little highlight on all those little beads going around there. Even though I haven't got to that yet. Well, Mel, you know, and here's the thing, too, guys. I really believe you have to love art. You have to love to draw. You know, a lot of people like the idea of being good at art. I'm going to get my sienna now and do a little shadow on each one of those jewels because I said I was going to do that. You have to love it. And it's with anything. I believe everybody, and I know I'm going to get off on the creativity thing again. I believe everybody's born with something creative they love to do. And they love it. And because they love it, they practice. Because they love it, they pay for classes. Because they love it, they use their money for supplies or a musical instrument or whatever it is. It's because of that love you have for that thing that you will spend the time, money, effort into developing it to the fullest bit of your capabilities. But if you don't love it, you know, you're not going to put the time in. Hang on. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. So now I'm going to just put a little shadow under each one of these white. It's probably going to be hard to see. I'll put the shadows under and I'll hold it up. And then you can even break it down further if you like art, but you don't say love. Like I had to admit I don't like doing three-dimensional things. I got off on the Cornell boxes, you know, the three-dimensional kind of stuff. I loved his stuff. Oh my gosh, I want to learn how to do three-dimensional. I found out I really don't like it. I love the look of it, but I don't enjoy the three-dimensionality process. So I just had to admit that. I've tried clay. I've done jewelry. I've done a lot of stuff. But just because you start something and you find out you don't like it doesn't mean you have to keep going because, you know, you got to know yourself what you're going to really like. That's why I'm a musician, because you love it and you really love color, which is why I'm doing simple shapes right now and playing with color. It's nice outlet after doing music all day. Yeah. But you're probably, because you've probably spent your whole life studying music. I can't even read music. I can't sing to keep my, you know, I mean, I will sing, but I can't sing well. But it's because it's not a love of mine. You know, you gotta go with what you love, because I think that you're going to be born with a love of something. And I believe everybody's born with the love of something. Okay, so although I do love the, you know, shadow boxes and the little and all that and dimensional art and sculpture, I love all that, but do I like doing it? That's different. Okay, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta go blow my nose. Can't breathe. So let me check my time here. And so I did want to show you some of my favorite color books again. Not that y'all haven't seen them before, but let's see here. We're only an hour in. We're pretty good. It's not even 11 yet. So we got some time. Got a couple hours. I never know. Joycey streams at 1. It's always a mystery. Okay, so see how I shadowed those little jewels? Sorry, Jean. I just can't. I can't. I guess I could have just muted too, but all right. So let's do a little bit more. Get in between her little fingers there, like a little shadow under her fingers. Probably be a little shadow here under her arm too. And see, the same thing for all these little blue, whatever you call them, bluebells. And then I have these little beads. See, I stuck with the color theme. I stuck with certain colors. Oh, Galena just wrote me a paragraph. Let's see. One thing I majorly regret is not keeping up with art after high school. I was getting good and then I stopped practicing. Now I find it hard to get motivated to draw again on a daily basis. Well, you know, having a baby might have a little something to do with it too, Galena. And it does take time. It does take time. You know, get motivated, draw again. I think part of it is my friend that we used to draw together. Well, would she want you to stop drawing? Think of it that way. I would think of it this way, Galena. She would want you to even draw more. That's how I would kind of tackle that one. That's just me. All right, so now let me real quick. The little bluebells have 3 little dots on each one. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like the little stamens or something. But I'm going to go ahead and put those white dots because I finished the shoe, right? The pink is done. So I'm going to go ahead and put those. And they're tiny, but it's a little detail that makes it cool. Like that. And I'm going to do the lace. I think I'm just going to shadow the lace around the edge of the shoe like a slate blue or a purple. I just want it to look, I want it to stay white. I want it to be like lace. So I'm going to leave that. Exactly. Exactly, Galena. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Before I do her hair, I think I am going to come in here on, I want to do the little bluebells there, and these little beads, and the little blue in there. So I'm going to get my, I think it's peacock blue I want. Hang on a minute. Let's do it. And this will be my shade. Don't know if I want, maybe both of those. I want my peacock. It's called peacock green, but it's really like a, it's like a blue green. Oh, maybe I like that cobalt turquoise too. Maybe one of those, but I still want to find my, I'll dig for a minute. I might have to get out another one. I can't find it. That's dark green. I'm digging in my, y'all know I have a silverware tray here that I keep the pencils I use all the time. That's just in here. But I have another, I have my bundles, you know. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. 2. All right, let's see. So let me get a bundle here. Let's see if I got another one. No, I don't think it's going to be in this one. It's dark green, but I think my peacock green might be in the blues. Well, I can't find it right this minute. Because it's like a nice tealy green. That's olive, which I will need olive for the bottom there. So let's see. Alright, not finding it. Seriously, I know I got multiples of them. That's not it either. Okay, well, we're going to go with these then. I can't find it. So we got cobalt turquoise, got light aqua, and parrot green. So they're turquoise colors. Turquoise green colors. And then this is an olive green that I'm going to want to use on the shading around on the grass. We haven't got there yet. What color was this on? Is that dark green? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take my dark, let's take the darkest and the lightest here, because some of these are very tiny areas and I just need a little shading. I just need to throw a little shade. Okay, so I'm going to take the cobalt turquoise and the light aqua, and on the little bluebell flowers and on these little beads. Now, on these little beads, let's go ahead and do that first. I'm going to put a little white highlight. And I could have done the shading first. Might have been easier. I don't know. Okay, I'll let that sit for a minute and go up here on these bluebells. So I'm going to take the darker one and just do a little bit. Okay, what happened here? I think it wanted me to fix my light. Blue-green is one of my favorite colors. Yeah, a lot of people like it. I love parrot green. It's called parrot green. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like this cobalt turquoise, but I can't find it for some reason. I know I got multiples, so it's probably just stuck in my greens or something. Doesn't take much because they're pretty tiny little bluebells. Now I'm going to take the lighter color and just kind of just blend that in a little, and then I'm going to go in there with white pencil. Okay. So there you go on that. Might need a little bit darker. I'm going to go back with the Dahlia purple right behind. Let me sharpen. Like right behind some of them. Give it just a little bit more shadow. Right behind the little bluebells. something like that. Now back down to these little guys with the dark. I'm kind of going around the little white dots. And then what I'm going to do is, as long as those little white dots are dry, I'll take my lightest turquoise and just go over the top of the white. They'll still be bright, but it won't be white. It'll just be bright turquoise over the tops. And I hope y'all can see that. I don't know. Go back in with a little more shadow in between. It's very tiny. I mean, these little dots are about the size of the tip of the pencil. Like that. Oh, love the way the Prismas blend. Yeah, I know. I'm just so... it's hard to go to another pencil because you're used to the blend of a Prisma. I know. But I'm determined to learn my polys. I am determined to learn them. That's why I picked that poster to do. The Alice in Wonder poster. Alice in Wonderland poster. That's, you know, I'm trying to... even though I did go ahead and do some washes as a base, just because of the time. It'd take forever. Okay, so now, those little dots there, I have to decide, do I want those to be blue beads, or do I want them just to be little shimmery stuff? I could go over with gold. I think I'm just going to go over them with yellow. And just knock them back to a little, you know, some kind of little jewel there, but not white. And it probably won't show up on camera very well, but it's going to just knock back the white, because I do have a little shadow under each one. Okay, then that little row right there that I did white, those are pink little beads. And we could even put a little, again, I'm going to show you one of those things you should do at the very end. And I'm going to do it ahead of time, because I really shouldn't do this that I'm going to show you until you got everything in the background done. But if I had color over it, I'll go back again and do this again. So if I want this little jewel here to be twinkly, then I'll go ahead and add like a star shine to it. But again, you really don't want to do this until you're completely done with everything around it, because then you don't want to try to color around that. You know what I mean, Vern? All right, let's do the heels and her hair. And I got these little lamps there too that are yellow. Okay, so I am going to go with, I'm not going to go with the darkest. I don't want that dark sienna color in here. So I'm going to start with the Spanish orange to do the shadowing. I'm imagining these heels are like crystals. I mean, they're like glass, orange, yellow glass. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of that on there. Add a little bit of, wrong one. Add a little bit of yellow. And then I'm going to go in here with my Posca. There are so many sets. Yeah. If you're not really into color booking and you just want to color occasionally, Prismas are not that expensive anymore. And if you want to enjoy the process of coloring, I would just try to, you know, save up for a set of, I don't know what the set numbers are, 50 or so. Save up for Prismas, a set of about 50, more if you can afford it. Because I wouldn't want you to be frustrated. And I know if y'all want to see some different budget-friendly pencils, go look at Ann Sigger's A Colorful Life. Mama Fruit Bat, as she's known. If you want to see budget-friendly pencils, she does a lot of demos on budget-friendly pencils. A Colorful Life, that's her channel, her YouTube channel. Ann Siggers, Sigger, I think, Ann Sigger or Ann Siggers. I'm not sure if there's an S, but it's A Colorful Life. And she does a lot of budget-friendly pencils. But if you're just wanting to color occasion, like Mom, my mom said, "What color? Which ones do you recommend? I want to do a few color books." She's not like all into it, like some of us. She just wants to color a cat. I said, "Mom, get some Prismacolors. They blend. You cannot go wrong with Prismas, in my opinion, for blending and color booking." You see that Deco Art is releasing matte finish metallic paints. No, I did not see that. Teresa Crafting Chaos said that Deco Art, who does the Americana craft paint, she said that they're doing matte finish metallic paint. That's the other thing. I don't know if I mentioned that when you're doing washes of acrylic paint on your color books, do not use their satin or gloss, because color pencils will not, it doesn't give the tooth. You want just the plain, and it doesn't say matte on here. Now, I guess it's going to say matte on those new metallic ones, but it will not say satin, and it will not say gloss. You just want plain old craft paint, matte craft paint. That gives you the tooth to work on top of. I love everything about adult coloring books, especially watching people color. Yeah, I know. And you can be coloring while you don't have to be coloring the same thing they are, but you can color, color alongs. There's lots of Jen, Reading with Pugs, is another one that does color alongs. Now, she won't probably be using budget friendly. She'll be using her Holbees. Just saying. I don't know, Jen's still here. Jen will be using her Holbees more than likely. Just saying. She loves her some Holbees. But you do not need Holbees, Holbein, or Luminance, or Polychromos to color in your color books. You don't need to. Okay, so let's make sure that's dry right there. And then now I'm going to go over that with my yellow. I want it still bright, but I don't want it white. Okay, so there's the heels right there. I could add just maybe a touch of like orange, darker orange in the corners here. But I want to keep it pretty bright yellow. Maybe there'd be a little shadow like right there, but maybe right behind this plant. Okay, I'm trying to keep up with chat too. All right, let's do her hair. All right, so I'm going to use the 3 orange, yellows and oranges that I got here. The mineral orange, the, what did we call this? Indian, Spanish orange, and canary yellow in her hair. Okay, so let's shade right around her face here. I have another commission by one of the Gold Rush moms. Do one of her sons. So I got it's another one of the, she has me do all their wedding couple pictures. And so I got to work on that probably next week. I'll ask her if she minds if I work. She posts them after I'm done. She posts them, all over, but she wants me to do her newest, her youngest son's getting married, and she wants me to do their portraits together. So I'll see if she doesn't care if I work on them online, which I'm sure she won't care. The other night, my niece said, Connie should make a video. Well, have you tried, Connie? I don't know what you like to do. Have you tried? Okay, so there's that dark, and now I'm gonna go straight in with the yellow and just kind of blend that because I want to keep that bright yellow there. And then maybe take the white Posca and just put in a few highlights. Or maybe right along her headband too. And again, just because you're putting white highlights, now I will probably leave these nice and light on her hair, but just because you put a highlight with white Posca doesn't mean you have to leave it white. Just make sure it's dry and then go back over it with a color. I'm going to need to go get me some juice. My throat's getting a little scratchy. Not as scratchy as Denise with the carrot. I need to show y'all that again. I showed it on the a calendar haul video that we did a little while ago. I think I'm zoomed in. Let's see if I can do that. Hang on. I'll see if it'll work. Because sometimes I can get my phone to focus. Sometimes I can't. So if y'all remember, this is going to be a rabbit trail. If y'all remember the other day, Denise said that she was eating some carrots and it scratched her throat. She said, I don't know what I did. So when she got home that night, I tried to make her feel better. So I showed her this GIF. Bye, Terry. So let's see if I can get it to show up here. So I showed her this to try to make her feel better. I said, "Aw, you'll feel better. Don't choke on any more carrots." So I showed her this. So she fired back with me with this. Hang on, I gotta hit the right light. Hang on. She fired back at me with that. And then this morning, she did this one. Oh, wait, hang on. I choked on a carrot this afternoon, and all I could think was, I bet a donut wouldn't have done this to me. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see if that's dry. I want to make sure that paint Posca's dry. Now I'm going to go back over that with the yellow, over the white that I just put down. She has green eyes. I just haven't done. Maybe I'll do her eyes real quick. I just have some green pencil in her eyes right now. And when I do pupils, I know that's hilarious, isn't it? When I do little, especially tiny things like this, I'll take my Sharpie pen, not a marker, Sharpie pen, and I'll do the, let's see this one working. Let's see. Yeah. I'll do the pupils with a Sharpie pen. And the same thing for eyelashes and stuff like that. But you really want to wait till you do. I haven't done her skin yet. But I want to show you, say, do her little eyelashes and her little pupils with black pen. And then I'll take a white Posca and put the highlights there. It's very tiny. These little tiny eyes there. There you go. I know. You got that right, Vern. Now you want a donut? Oh, good. Get your sketchbooks out. And again, guys, Society Idea Collectors, write down, even if you don't do it right then, write down. Like, let's just say you never heard of using a Posca before on Color Book. Well, write down the idea. So I can use a Posca, white Posca, and you can use the Sharpie poster pens too. and I can color over it, make sure it's dry, you know, write down notes. Okay, so let's see what else we can get done here. All right, let's do our little skirt there. It's got the bluegrass green acrylic paint. And now I'm going to take my lightest of the teal colors, the light aqua, and I'm going to go ahead and just go right over the top and do some little little ruffles. Okay, it's hard to see, but I can do a little bit of that, and then I'll take a little bit of white pencil. Where's my white pencil? Where'd my white pencil go? Here we go. Trust me, guys. There it rolled. It rolled over. I got plenty of white pencils. Don't worry. And I'm going to, do a little bit of highlights on the ruffle there. Whoops, sorry guys, I wasn't in camera. Like that. That's all it needs. I could put maybe just a little bit of shadow right along the edge there. It's just so tiny. You gotta get right along that plant. Okay, that's good. Does IHOP deliver? Okay, so now these plants that I have, there's not too many of them. The ones that are around the roses and these little buds here. Oh, and I did need to go right along that little clasp thing around the tassel right there. I'm going to go ahead and start with, let's see, probably white. I'm going to go ahead and put some highlight on each one. And then go back in here with the dark and put the shadow, because I didn't want to lose some brightness there. So go in here with the dark green or the cobalt turquoise, and now I'm going to go back in here with the aqua and blend that in. So these little leaves here are going to be like turquoise color. Because in our world we have happy little plants that are turquoise. Okay, same thing. I'm going to just make sure I have a nice white highlight spot on it. Go in here with the dark. And then the aqua to blend. Right along those bottom there. And then if you get it too white, you can just kind of go over it with the light if it's too white. Okay. I got me a piece of paper under there so that it protects the next page. Not that it's going through, but you don't want to dent the next page. All right, let's do this one right here. Get our little highlight. Just so we don't lose that brightness. And I am still thinking about what are some of my favorite color books. I'll show a couple of those. blending with the aqua. I need to go get some juice, guys. I'll let Andy sit here with her for a minute. No, let's let the sock monkey sit there. Let's let... No, because he might mechanically... Okay. Okay. There's Andy Warhol. We'll let him... I got to go get some juice, guys. My throat's really... I'm feeling like Lucy there that I showed you. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay. Cranberry juice. Cranberry juice and one of my oatmeal Nature Valleys. I love these. If y'all have never tried the Nature Valley, no, they're not paying me. Nature Valley's not paying me. Soft baked oatmeal squares, cinnamon and brown sugar. I think they have I think they have a peanut butter. I don't know. But I love the cinnamon and brown sugar. I'm going to take a bite. I'll try not to choke. Wow. Okay, so let's see what I want to do next here. Those little flower leaves right there. So I'm going to go in here with a little bit of white. And then a little bit of the dark. Let me sharpen. They're addictive. Hey, Deputer. Just finding a couple of dark shadows on the leaves there. And again, if you lose some of your brights, just go in there with the Posca. But I think that we got it there. And then I'll go back in with my aqua and just kind of get it all blended together. We'll work for a few more minutes. I do need to do this big purse and a little bit of the grass. And I think everything else I've shown y'all something, some part of it. And when I finish it, I'll post it on Twitter, Instagram, and I do have a Facebook album. Well, I have multiple Facebook albums that anybody, you don't have to follow me on Facebook to go see my art albums. just go find Dee Dee Willingham and then go to my albums, and I'll have a portrait. I got animal drawings. I have color book. I have art desk pictures. I got my YouTubers that I've drawn. I have my Gold Rush drawings. I have multiple albums they're all public. Okay, let's see. All right, let's do this little one here. And with the aqua sharpen. We still with the tour. Oh, congrats Kimberly on. Oh, thank you, Diana. If you want to talk to me, by the way, if you're new and you want to talk to me, put it in caps. Bye, Jim. Hi and bye. I missed some things that weren't in caps. They're congratulating Kimberly on something, but I missed it. So. Okay. There we go. Now let's go up here to this one. Maybe somebody can say again what it was that I missed. Kimberly, congrats Kimberly on something. Well, congrats Kimberly, whatever it was. Oh, she finished the scavenger hunt book. Oh, good. Did you make sure to email Janet so you get put in her drawing? That's awesome. I'm not going to tell you how far behind I am on that one. Sherry completed it too, didn't she? Sherry Pink. She completed the scavenger hunt book. Janet's pretty much done with hers, I think. Aren't you, Janet? I don't know if Janet's still here. That's awesome, Kimberly. Not just. That's a lot. Yeah. Email Janet. I hear the cat meowing in there. Okay. So that one I think is pretty good. I haven't done anything with the butterflies or this here. Or little lamps. I guess I could do those. Put a little highlight there on them and do the little, whoop, that's a dark. Not even close? Oh, okay. And then my little candle, I had them as teal color. And then the little bead underneath there. And then this is the lime green, so I need to get the apple green back in here. And do a little shading with the apple green on the little tops there. And then the chartreuse to blend that in. I hear you, Diva. What is it? If I start talking to her in here, she's going to start talking back. Okay, then I want the orange glow here. If y'all don't know, we have a rescue cat. She's spoiled rotten. We call her the Diva. to take the yellow. And she meows all the time. Unless you're petting her. The only time, well, she'll eat, she'll go to the bathroom, she'll sometimes run around and play with her little mice. But the rest of the time, if you're not petting her, she's meowing. Okay, so now, or unless she's sleeping. Okay, so there's a little bit of candle glow in there. Maybe I'll put a little bit of extra white there for the candle glow. Okay, the little candles are tealy. Let's shade that in. And I can put a glow around this too, like glowing out from the shoes, but I don't want to do that till I got this done. See, otherwise I'm going to have to try to be painting around it or coloring around it. Hey, Dragon Slayer Sarah, good to see you. Kat, anybody else popping in? I'm really zoomed in at the moment. I'm going to zoom back out here in a couple minutes and show some of my color books. Okay, but I do want to show a little bit more. I have not done these leaves here. These long leaves, they're essentially going to be done the same as this, just with another shade of green. The grass here, and I did pull out the olive. Where's the olive green? The olive green. When I washed this in, I made it very watercolory like. See how I did not get it flat? I wanted the background grass to be modelly looking, so it doesn't look flat green. So I made it that way on purpose. See how it's like not flat? So now I want to do some shading. So I'm using the olive green. And I'm going to get under the heel here, under the little plants, under the little berries or whatever's sitting right here. There's the other heel back there. So I'm just going to kind of go in and do some of this, like where the shadow, it would be like right up here under the shoe. And there may be a little cast shadow like from the shoe coming across there, but right along these little plants here. Like under this rose, like this shadow might come down a little like that. It's not touching, like if this leaf is not touching the ground, there'd be a space. Let me go in here with a little white so maybe you could see. There'd be a space between there. Well, that's too white. Let me go back in there with green. If that leaf is not touching the ground right there, there's the leaf, and then the shadow would not touch right there. It would touch right here where it's touching the ground. But I don't want it too stark either, so I'm going to soften that. Same for right here at the rose, under this little petal here. So I would just go in here with this olive green and start shading on the already pre-painted olive grass background and start shading. And again, this is what you probably would want to do at the end after you got all these leaves and everything done. Hey, Julie Pie. It's always good to see people that don't get to stop in all the time. And again, I'm imagining she's holding this up so the shadow wouldn't be touching right there. There'd be a shadow here from that. But she's also got a shadow from her dress. Down in here. Some plants right there. More of her skirt right there. So yeah, this will take a while. I mean, you know, coloring in all the, there's a little ladybug right there, which I'm going to do in pink instead of red. So let me shade that little ladybug there, and then a little bit of a highlight on the bug, and then the little black dots again. Any black dots, I usually just go in here with a Sharpie pen. The little ladybug. So all going around all these plants and everything will take a while, but I'm not going to do it solid. I'm going to leave it looking mottled in areas. Okay, but up here there's another little plant that's going to need, and then also right under this handbag thing. And again, I don't know if this is a gourd, if it's supposed to be a half of a, you know, a gourd that they made the handbag out of. I deliberately did not do it like pumpkin color, because I always do the gourds, the orange colors, and I'll show you some of the ones we've done in these books here. Okay, so there's the start, and again, I'll have to do a lot of shading all under, like right under the shoe here. There's probably a shadow like right there from that shoe. The chain, I would, if I want it gold, I'd probably still go over it with white. Here's the, like the little latches, the little chain latches here. If I do all this metallic, I'll still, what book is this? It's Tenderful Enchantments by Klara Markova. And hello, Delbert's daughter. So all this that I'm going to have, all that chain that's going to be gold, if I just went gold over it, it's not going to stand out. It's not going to show. It's not going to be bright enough because it's so tiny. But if you go over it with white first, and then go over it with gold, it's going to stand out better. So, and I'm almost done with the, you know, as far as I'm going to show y'all what I'm doing on it. But I want to do some, oh, I should have probably done that before I did this. I'll have to do this again probably. This, where I'm doing this white chain pearl, beaded handbag handle. I shouldn't be doing this until I got that background done, but now I'm already gonna do it. So I get ahead of myself on trying to show things to you guys. And anyway, like that. And then I'm going to use the same aqua colors for the purse. Again, if I want some kind of brightness highlight to this, and I'm guessing it's a gourd. I'm not sure what the purse is supposed to be made. Maybe it's just a flower petal, but I don't see how that would hold. I don't know. That's an imagination story thing. All right, so I'm going to imagine that it's kind of rounded. And so because it's rounded, it's going to have the highlight on the highest points. And it's not, it's kind of wavy. It's got waves in it again, so I'm not sure what it is that they made this purse out of. So I'm just going to get a start here. And again, it's a paint. It's a wash of acrylic paint. So because of that, this white is very vibrant and white because it's going over paint. Okay, now I'm going to get my dark color here and start getting my shadows here. This one's not touching. Let's just say it's not completely touching. That leaf is going to stand out a little. Okay. If you have any questions or anything on this book, ask now, or because I'm going to show some of my others that I like and want to get back to working on eventually. And so the only leaves that we haven't done are these the long leaves. Sharpen. And this one's probably standing out too. Okay, now my chain here, I'm imagining it's not touching in every spot. Thanks, guys. So I'm imagining the shadow is here. And then it touches right there, and then it probably comes across there. Okay, so there's the shadow for those beads. And there'd be a shadow right here too, but I haven't colored these yet, so I can't put that bead shadow right there. But the shadow would probably come right, well, let me show you. Let's see, let's go with the green here. The shadow for this, well, I'm not sure what color green I'm going to do these leaves yet, but that shadow would probably come right there. Okay. Thanks, guys. So that the bead shadow would come right there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and color in some of this, whatever this purse is made out of. They have some little lines there. See, I don't know if y'all can see. They're like little, I'm not sure what Klara was envisioning this handbag being made out of. Thanks, guys. So, then we'll spend a few minutes going through some color books that I want to eventually get back to. Because, you know, we love them all. I don't want this too dark right in here because that's really just behind that. Oh, there's some more of these little leaves. I have to do those too. Okay. let me go ahead and do these little leaves that are on the leaves. Let's do these little leaves that are on the shoe. I know it does. Doesn't it make it look like it's standing out? I know, right? Got to sharpen again. Okay. Now let me just make sure that they're blended. All right. Now I'm going to go with the aqua. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's an upside down flower. If it's an upside down flower though, then how's it holding anything? Because it's a handbag, see? All right, now I'm going to go in here with the aqua. I haven't done these little bits either. These little the little bud leaves there. And then I need some shadows under here. You finished this page months ago, but now I think I have to go over it. I find that most people don't add enough contrast to their color book pages. That's what I notice. When I see people coloring, they're too afraid to have too much brights and afraid to have too darks. They don't have enough contrast. And that's just me. Maybe that's just the way I like my pages, to have a lot of contrast. This one right here, where's my little butterfly might be kind of floating over here around this way. So it's not going to have this little shadow is going to be here. And I haven't colored him in yet either, or these little yellow stamen things, which I think I'll go over those with white and then go back over them again with yellow. They're not standing out enough. Yeah, it does make them have more depth when you have the contrast. Okay, back to this color. I'm kind of just So I hope y'all got the idea of where we're going with this, and you can plant more little details like, oh well, I did want to do this bright here. Hang on. I did want some light coming off of these. Candle. Okay, so I'm going to go and back out now so we can see. Again, I haven't finished these leaves. I haven't finished this little jar. I did the little heart. So you can see how far we were zoomed in. All right, let's see. Let me adjust. So yeah. Coming along, coming along. Let me move all my pencils out of the way so we can look at some other things. Maybe I can click in one. That might be a little too far away. There we go. I know, I like the detail. So now you can see, now that you're not like right up on it, and we have to still color her in. And these long leaves, these light color leaves, I have to do all of those. I have to do the butterflies, this leaf, and then I'm going to do the chain in probably gold. And this right here, this jar, this floating necklace bottle thing, I got to do that. And more of the little shading on the ground. But that's coming along too. Yeah, so I'll show you what else we got in this book. Finished. Move my... Oh, my mailman just went by. I don't know if he got out and left me anything or not. I should go check, shouldn't I? So we're working in Tenderful Enchantments. And I have the cover, inside cover page done. And this one, I'm going to take out my little page there. Thanks, guys. And let's see what else I have finished in here. I don't know that if I have them all marked or not. Okay, so I got the mermaid and the frog pulling her with these little satin ribbons. I like the little ladybug right there. And we have this one, the little mer elf, or elf mer. And then we have this one, which there's stickles on this one. See the glitter stickles right there? And on the bicycle too. There's stickles on the bike. So I like this one. And we did the fruit bat, did this for Anne. Mama Fruit Bat, A Colorful Life, Anne, and did this one around Halloween. And I think that's all in this book. So that's all I have done on Tenderful Enchantments. Monday, when I showed my Kirby books, I showed my Kirby books again, and I showed my Hannah Carlzon and my Klara Markovas. So I'm not going to go through those right now as some of my favorites, because y'all know I love me some Kirby. But I just showed those on Monday. So if you want to see those, look on Monday's show at the end of the show, toward the end of the show. I showed those. So let me just let me show y'all what Ken made again. Ken made me the little canvas. It's a canvas Kleenex holder, and this is all canvas, and look at the jewel on the top. Isn't that cool? And you put a Kleenex box in here. Look, I'll pull it out so you can kind of see. There's the Kleenex right there. See? It's just a Kleenex box. It's all done with plastic canvas. I showed y'all the outhouse last week, but look at isn't that a clever idea to put one of the door pulls as the topper? Isn't that so stinking cute? So Ken sent me that. Okay, I was going to show you, well, I'll show that at the end. All right, so some of my favorite color books. Let me pull out the Bennett Kleins. Okay, because I love me some Bennett Klein. I don't want to knock everything over, though. I'm going to show you my Bennett Kleins, but most of my Bennett Klein pages I tear out. I think that are all torn out, actually. Let me get my color book here. Okay, so this is my binder, O pages. I don't tear out all my pages. Like in my hardback books like this, I don't tear these pages out. They're part of a whole story, and they need to stay together. But my Bennett Kleins, I do notate on the backs which pages they are. I'm just going to quickly go through here. They're not in any kind of order. I should put them in order. But anyway, here's all my Bennett Kleins. Thank you, Connie and Suze. And I think maybe Orla might have sent me one or two. But those are the ones that keep me in my Bennett Klein. So I'm going to show you the books I have. I'm not going to flip through the books. There are book flips already. I'm going to show you my finished pages, which are in my binder. Because I do take these out. The May Klein one, the one that I have that's May Klein, here it is. I don't know which one it was. But anyway, May Klein's May Dellas. I cut these out, and I've used two different ones in my syllables journal. So I have two of hers that are done, but they're in my syllables binder. Okay? So I'm not going to flip through these, but these are May's. This is Bennett Klein's daughter, May, and she does May Dellas. Okay? I gotta find a way to go here. Which way do I want to go? Let's go this way. Color My Sketchbook 25. I think this might be the first one. Then there's Color My Sketchbook 4, 2. Let's see. 3. I know 4 is, I thought 4 was in here. Let's see, here's 5. What did I say? I have 1, 2, they're just not in order. Yeah, 1, 2, there we go. Okay, and 1 is this one. So I have 1, that's the original. Then I have 2, 3, 4, and 5. Color My Sketchbook Dragons, Characters, the original Dark. This is before it was taken down, and I think he republished Dark. But this is the original dark. Wild, Unearthed, Epic, and my newest one is Treedom. And I have not colored anything in Treedom. So those are the Bennett Kleins, and I'll show you the ones that I have finished, because I do take them out. Now remember, Bennett Kleins are on Create Space paper. They are like, it's like copy paper. So if you want to color his pages on nicer paper, you can do one of two things. You can, make a copy of it for yourself to put it on better paper, or you can buy his digi for cheaper and print them out on your own paper. Okay? Yeah, I've got a few that I don't have yet, one or two. Okay, so here's the first one that we did, and this is my binder of finished color book pages. Okay, here's when we did a sample on different, I just stuck it in here, when we tested out non-gessoed, gessoed, and we tested out different supplies with different, materials, different mediums. So I just keep that in there. Okay. So this one has about 8 parts to it. Yeah, he has a lot of books, and May has 2, and I'm missing 1 or 2, Paula. So there's a couple I don't even have yet. This one is Oh Dear, and I'll take it out because it's kind of glary. I hate to take them all out. It's going to take me a minute, but whatever. So what I'll do is, it's on the back of the paper there. This one has about 8 parts to it. This one I took a long time, step by step, inch by inch. Anyway, yeah, so we did this one very detailed and very a lot of parts to this video, and it's hard to see, but she looks like fur. I mean, her skin looks like fur. So, yeah. And what I'll do, I really don't want to take them all out, but we'll see. I just don't want to glare. Thanks, guys. I guess I will have to take them out because I don't have any choice. They're going to glare. Okay, so this one is out of Sketchbook 3. And I paint the back. I put my own touches to them. All this is paint. There's nothing in the background here. It's all white. I put the little mouse in the clouds, and I did stickle the dragon and the dragon blood. It's all stickles. See, I can't show you that through the plastic. So. This one, and I'll have to look at the back to tell you what book they're out of. Okay, here's the next 2. This one is, I think, was it out of 3? I think that was, what did I do with the background of this one? I must have lost the background of this one, because I mount them all on black paper, or it's on the back of this one. Anyway, this one had smiley faces, and we did this one, not this Halloween, but last, I think, year before Halloween. And these had smiley faces in them, but we put little pumpkin faces in them. And again, here we go. And, yeah, this is all paint over the top. The mist is paint. And then the next one, the back, this next one's number 3. And that's the lizard eating the fairy. And again, I did glitter up the fairy and glittered up the glow of the fairy and put like the lizards in water there, coming up out of water, and caught her. Oh, so there's those. And the next 2. Oh, you colored with me. It was your best Bennett Klein color page ever. Oh, good. And then this one, She's like a little fairy sitting on a scarab. And again, this it's painted black. And the reason that I can get this mist and foggy stuff is pencil on black acrylic paint. So all the little mist and stuff like that, it's because it's on black acrylic paint. And again, on this one, it's all stickles. It's painted, I mean, it's color penciled and then stickles on top. And so she's holding, like she's throwing smoke. But anyway, so it's got a lot of the stickles there. And let's see, that one was out of sketchbook 4. This one's also out of sketchbook 4. And again, he was kind of like, there was really nothing here. He was supposed to kind of look like he was fading out, so I made it even more smoky, like he's in a fog in the woods. And I add my own stars and moons and everything like that. So there's that one. Yes, Diva, I hear you. You are fine. There's nothing wrong with you. Okay, this one probably took a good long time as well. And this one was out of Sketchbook Dark. Okay, like the stickles. And my vampire with the bloodshot eyes, she took a while. Because look at all that detail. All right, Diva, you're fine. I think she just wants some more food. So, yeah. All right, hang on, guys. Let me go give her some food. I don't know if that's what she just meows all day. Well, she ran. I think I'll just close the door on her for a while. She meows all day long. There's nothing wrong with her. Nothing. She just wants you to pet her all day long. So anyway, I love her. She's fine, Azure. If you are petting her, she's purr, 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 purr. She's fine. She just wants you to pet her. But she's one of those cats. She has to come up to you. Like she won't sit next to me on my chair or lay in my lap. She's not like that. You know, she's a rescue cat. We have no idea what kind of situation she came from. All we know, she's like 5 years old. She's been fixed. She's been declawed. She has a chip. And that's all we really know about her. And if you're petting her, she's fine. She'll purr and purr and purr. And she'll go eat and she'll go to the bathroom. Everything's fine. But if you are not constantly petting her, she is meowing. Literally all day long, unless she's asleep. I mean, there's been a couple times where she was going to go back to kitty place. Serious. Hubster keeps telling her, you could have been a sewer kitty. You better behave. You could have been a sewer cat. I mean, we've had her for like, what now, 4 months? 4 months? Oh. Yeah, well, that's easy for you to say, Connie. Denise does have her 2 cats she's not been able to give up yet. She keeps saying, I don't really have time or room for these cats. She's got twin cats, the white cats, and they're probably now about maybe 9 months old, but she still hasn't been able to give them up. She loves those cats. She's never home. So anyway, yeah. Okay, so then there's this one. There's no video on this one. I know it sounds like I'm mean, but I've grown up with cats. I've not had cats all my life. I've rescued all kinds of Siamese. We've had cats all my life. And, cats love me. Cats absolutely adore, and she does too. If I'm sitting somewhere where she can come and sit next to me and have her pet her all day long, she would be happy. But I can't just sit and pet cats all day long. I got a life. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's a small life arting all day, I'm still alive. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one does not have a video to it, but again, I painted the background, did all my own, space and smoke and uh, fuzz and mist and nebulization. Yeah. And this one I kept to three colors. Other than the little bit of blue in the sky, it's all green, uh, like a peachy magenta kind of, sienna kind of color, and white with blue shadows. I kept it all very three colors. I mean, cats love me, and I think she does too, and that's what she wants. She wants me just to sit somewhere with her and pet her all frickin' day long. I just can't do it. Okay. All right, this one is out of his dragon book. Okay. This one's out of the dragon book. And on this one this is one of the only ones I've reprinted, printed off on my own paper. I printed it off on craft cardstock. Tells you, yeah. I printed it off on craft cardstock and only used a black and white pencil and Posca. So the grays are all just from black and white pencil blended. And then the Posca is in here. And all this is pencil black and white. I just did all black and white on top of craft color. And then this is white, a little bit of paint and a little bit of pencil. So he's all done in black and white. Yes, Dragon Slayer Sarah, you need to get out the dragon book. Oh my gosh. But you know what he got? It looks kind of like a pine cone. I can just so see somebody making a dragon out of pine cones. You know, doesn't it? I mean, couldn't you imagine that? A pine cone dragon? Again, I don't do well with three-dimensional. I've done it, but I don't enjoy it. So I'm not going to make one. But somebody needs to make a dragon out of pine cone. Pine cone, individual little, what are they called on a pine cone? So, yeah. And then this one is, I think this one's out of the, what's it called? I thought I wrote it on here. Maybe it's double the page. Yeah, here it is. Sketchbook Characters. This one's Sketchbook Characters. And again, I did two colors. I did everything in purple and teal. Just kept it that way. Kept that one very simple. Got a little doodle around the edge, but that one's very simple. Okay, where'd my... There we go. Okay, then Jean and Jen have a challenge to build a pine cone dragon. Oh, they could. Of course, Jen Oz is in the process of moving, so she doesn't have time for nothing right now. Jean's been all about the watercolor. She is doing her she is doing the challenge. Oh, good grief. She's doing what do you call it? Book sketch. That not? I got sketchbook now in my head because of Bennett Klein. Jean's been doing the challenge, but she's mostly into watercolor. Scavenger hunt. Jean has been doing the scavenger hunt in watercolor. Okay, so this one, let's see what these two are. I think I got a couple more here. Okay, so this one is out of Wild. And it's the panda. And again, I kept it all in black, white, pink, and green. So there's that one. And then this one's out of wild, and these are the hedgehogs that I did with Holbees. So I call hedgies and Holbees. Other than a little bit of white Posca drippy there, but these were done with Holbein. And yeah, so that's those two. So you see, I've done quite a few Bennett Klein. Then I got, let's see what this is. This one is out of BRB. No, this one is out of Sketchbook 5. And I wanted everything to be metallic. So I kept it very non-done except for the gold. Like there's no color in here. That's the way the piece came. I don't think maybe a little bit of something in there. But I wanted it to stay metallic looking. Yes, they're color books, Painty Girl. Paint Girly, I mean. So, and I wanted the crystals to be I just wanted it simple. I wanted it gold, teal-y colors, and then the little roses, the little glass roses there. And then she's got a big diamond right there. And so there's that one. Yeah, paint. Let me show you one here. See? And they're grayscale. See how they have the shadows? Okay, then I got this one. This one was from Unearthed Lotus Fighting Fish. And again, I did stickles on the fish. This is all pencil. All the little tendrils there. This is all pencil. And there's the stickles. The gold on here, what did we do with that? It is, yeah, it's gel pen. The gold on here is gel pen. Forgot who's asking. Where'd it go? Zig. It's gel pen. I don't know if you can, it's not going to want to, there we go. See? Oh, I did. Look, it's got silver, it's got clear gel pen right there. And that's gel pen. And then the fighting fish has that's stickles. I can tell because the glitter's big and it's textury. You're welcome. Okay. Then the next one I got in here. This is the last one of Bennett Klein, and this is from Epic. And it's my Ninja. Now, on the Ninja, let me clarify some things. These were not paintbrushes. These were spears or something. I forgot what they were. I made them into paintbrushes. And then I made her little weapon thing here into palettes. And then there's all stickles on there. So she's the, I think we called her May. We named her after May, his daughter, the painting ninja or something like that. And then in the eyes too. So there's that one. Thanks, guys. So those are all my Bennett Klein finished pages. Then in my Doodlers Anonymous, which is one of my other favorite books I need to get back to because I love this book. And the reason I like it is there's 90 artists. I took the cover off one. I have two of this book. I took the cover off one and so that I have all my pages. This came out in 2015. And this was the first one I did in it. This is ColorBook Attic page. And again, I put my own spin on the wind. Then here's the astronaut. Again, the little mist around him. This is Artist in Space. And I tried to not cover up the name of the artist. I would try to highlight the artist that drew it. And like none of this checkerboard was there. We put the checkerboard ourselves. I say ourselves. If I did it on here, I always include you guys. So there's that one. This little guy on the unicycle. Well, I guess it's not really. It's a bicycle, one of the old-timey ones. None of that paint was there. I painted in the whole background. And he can either be in a snow fog, snowbank, or he could be in the clouds. So there's this one. This one they featured, Doodlers Anonymous featured on their website, and none of this was here. I put that in. I put those lights in. This I don't think this lantern was there either. I put the lantern in, and I put the water. See, I make them my own. So anyway, yeah, I added all my own stuff there. But anyway, there's her. And then let's see. And yeah, here's my my ship captain with the fish beard. Let's see. There we go. Try to keep it so that the colors. And the owner of, if you can follow them on, they started another Doodlers site and what do you call it, Instagram. But OCat, that's his handle, is one of the owners of Doodlers, and so I tattooed I made this into an OCat. But anyway, so he's got on a jean shirt. I put a tattoo from the owner's name on there. And one of my originals, OCat liked it, so I actually sent it to him in Florida. So he has the original. I forget which one it was. Then this one is just it's just kind of a surrealistic thing. It's like a rooster, shoelaces. Yeah, very bright and colorful, that one. Here's my Converse shoe page, and all the water is added. I added all the water. Thanks, guys. And oh, this is a double page spread here. So this goes with this. And again, I added the rainstorm. That wasn't there. I gave them a little flap. I put all the hair on the monster. And this page, which goes, it's in the book like this. Here's where I showed how you don't have to just go with a flat. If there's no texture, add your own. So like all these hills, the house, his vest, it was just blank. So I showed how you can add all your own texture. So the vest we added like to make it look like a knit vest. We named him Foxy, I think. Added all patterns and textures and things like that into the trees. Added all that. So you don't have to, just because it's nothing there doesn't mean you have to leave it that way. Remember my motto: you are the boss of your color book. This one's also one of my favorites in Doodlers Anonymous. I did the satin ribbon, to make it look like it was all satin ribbon there. Let's see if I can, there we go. So you can see the true color there. Yeah, the texture, add your own texture. So there's him. And this one we did for the fibs. All these letters we added. Did the pink typewriter. This is paint in the background, paint, a pink wash of paint. And then we got out a bunch of old stickers. And again, there's the artist's name. We kept it prominent. And we put fibs, friends in the box. So, okay. And then let's see what else we got in here. This one was from Sketchy App. Somebody posted color book pages. It was like a challenge. So we printed out. There was a couple different ones, I think, and this is the one I printed out and colored. Colored her for a challenge. This one was out of a color book. I don't remember. It's probably on the back here. Let's see what color book this one was out of. Vintage Women and Flowers by Kyoto Sakura. And this was on Create Space paper, I think. This was a tough one to color with I think I did no wash on this. So she took a little bit of work. Because see her face, how it's not smooth right there? The Create Space paper is a little tricky, just gotta say. But and I wanted to do a dark skinned girl, and I had a little trouble with blending on that paper. But I really like how she turned out. Pine cones have scales. Okay. Oh, you know what? That's perfect to make a dragon out of. Is that what they're called? Scales? For real, Denise? I don't know what the little pine cone pieces are called. But, oh my gosh, that would be cool if they really are called scales. I don't know if y'all are kidding. Okay, this was out of a random one of those, I don't know, it's just got tons of like color me book, it's just like a random color book. And I forget what it was called. It's probably on the back. But anyway, I painted the background. The tree is the only thing original to the color book page. I added a watch. I added the waves. I added everything else. But the tree is from the color book page. And same for this. This is my own emu. The only thing color book on this page are those trees. So I used the trees, painted a hole in there, and then I painted the little emu, added space down here. So this was one of the examples where you can combine your collage, your own drawings, and all that. All right, so let's see what else we have in here. And I've shown y'all these a bunch of times, but I want to pull out a couple of my Zinnia Snova and a couple other books real quick, too. This was out of the Creative Haven Kimono book. This was a double page spread. The flowers were it's like out of one of those generic color books. Then I added all the little watch parts. She's out of a fashion magazine. The sky is painted. My own watch parts in there. They are called scales. There's another kimono. Then my Jasmine, this is another one I love. So talking about books we love, I do not have her new book yet, the mermaid one. I have her original one, and I have her Halloween. That is so cool. They are called scales. That would be perfect to make a dragon. Somebody's probably done it. Probably Google it. Google making a dragging out a pine cone. Somebody's done it, I'm sure. But that's cool that it's called scales. So yeah, these are my jasmine. This was my first one. This one is probably, this particular video has more, this has got my highest ranking video amount of views. It's in the 10,000, 20, I don't know how many. But this particular video has more views on my YouTube than any other video. I was kind of surprised, actually. But yeah, so there's my poppy, Jasmine Poppy Girl. I guess I'm going to have to take some out because they do have things on them. Does this one have stickles? No, this one doesn't have stickles, so I won't take it out. This is my mermaid girl that I wanted the water to look like she was literally coming out of the water. Then this one was, there's no video on Bones. I did her one night when I just felt like coloring. And again, you know, sometimes I just want to color and I can't video it, right? So she does not have a video. Most everything I do has a video, but she does not. I made there's no fire in the picture. I made the fire, and then there's earth right there. Here's my pirate girl. This is one of my favorites. I love the redhead girl with the purple eyebrows. You got the mermaid one, Mermaid Jan. Well, I'm not surprised, Mermaid Jan. So, and her green eyes. There we go. Their tattoos. And I painted all the clouds and the rain. And then this mermaid girl, now she does have stickles, so let me take her out. So I wanted her to be a dark-skinned girl with braids. She does not have braids in the original. I gave her braids, and she is stickled. And a little glow around her head. I loved her hair. I loved her hair. And the stickles. This one has stickles. This one's out of the Halloween. And again, lots of silver stickles. Added all the light coming out of his eyes. All this is added. All the lightning is added. And I wanted her dress and his vest to look like velvet. So I think we kind of pulled that off. Made it, you know, look like velvet. Happy Hump Day. Kirby Roseanne has a new color book. Yes, we know. Yeah, it's on pre-order for Amazon. Yeah, we know, Just Jules. We're not late to that party. But thank you. Okay, so then this was not this past Halloween, but the year before that we did that one. And same for this one. I think she's out of the Halloween book too. And she's got the glittery cupcakes and the pretty blue eyes and the blue eyebrows. So yeah, blue hair. And I showed how to add your own little wispies. You do, Sarah? Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah. And of course added, if you'll notice on color book pages, the black is never like pure, very rarely in color book pages is it pure black. So I added all my own black pens, made her eyelashes even thicker and darker. And here's where an example of, remember I talked about it last week about how, and you got to have it because, you know, the artist has to draw the eyes. But in eyelids, there's not a black line unless it's makeup in that, on your lower lid. So I always white it out. I white out the lower lid so that there's not a black line right along the iris. And then her eyebrows, I probably made them thicker. But yeah. And then this one I called Children of the Corn. I think she was out of the Halloween. I called her Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch. And did her like Children of the Corn. And did her purple. And added all the stuff to her hair. And the mist, and made her look like she was a pumpkin, like coming out of a pumpkin. So I really liked her too. And then this one, I think we did this one this last Halloween. This is the last one. She doesn't have any, what do you call it, glitter on her. But I added bully on there just to make it meaningful. That's her voodoo doll. And we tried to do an ombre background there. And her satin stockings. So I really liked her too. And those are all my Jasmine pages. I only have the 2 books. What else do we have in here? Some samples. I got a couple of samples in here. Here's where Mom colored a Mary Englebright and sent it to me. Here's where I did one of the, this is from a comic book. Coloring your old vintage comic book pages. These were out of the Look. These are copies. I made copies of these to show how to do, these were Copic marker practice sheets. So I had made copies of these to do Copic. These are my very first Copic attempts on faces and skin. So you can see, look, I'm trying to figure out how to blend. So these were my first Copic challenge. And she's cut out. She's cut out. Let's see what else is in here. A Mary Englebright. This was out of that animal, the one Anne had. Animal something. This one is out of the Somerset Studio color book. Y'all remember they had 3 or 4 color books. But of course I had to make it my own. Had to give her a crown. Had to give her a big nice necklace. And made her a queen. Lift your head, princess, if not the crown falls. So we turned her into that's a piece of jewelry right there. So it's a mixed media. Yeah, you like the lookbook too? I do too. This is another one that's out of the Somerset Studio. They actually posted a little clip of this one in their book, in their one of their color books. Drippage, splatter, glass jars. This was out of one of Somerset Studios, and it's the Tim Holtz one. Tim Holtz designed this color book page, but I added gears. Those are die cut gears. Added a watch, and then the watch hands are his mustache. Cut out gears, but Tim Holtz's original color book page. This one, I forget what book it was out of. I think it was out of Somerset Studio as well. But this is all done with just Crayola colors. This is just Crayola color crayons. Your regular 64 box. I think I broke into the sniffing box to color this one. So that's done with Crayola colors. This one is out of, and I'll have to take it out because of the glitter. I have lots of books I love, you know. This one is out of Dreaming of Dragons, Ravinia Falon. And again, I cut it out and mounted it on black cardstock, and he is all stickled up. He's all stickled up. And then this one is Gothic Special Selena Finish. Oh, let me take it out because it's got glitter on it too. And she's got some, she doesn't have stickles. She has another shimmer something. She's shimmering with something there. Again, added my own little touches. Hi, Card Chick. Hi, anybody I missed. So there's those. Then there's some more glitter ones here. This one is Dreams of Dragons, Ravinia Falon 2. This one was called Pipsqueak, and it's the little baby dragon. And again, there we go. Added our own moon and mist. And I like the way this one turned out. And then the last one, did I show this one? Okay, then this one is Serena. This is Mardell Rubio. And it's a mermaid. And again, stickles. Yeah, Just Jules. This is my second video for the day. The first one I showed my calendar haul, my BAM calendar haul, Books A Million. Yeah. So I really like this one too. It's turned out really pretty. Took a while. I think this took a while there. All right, so there's that. I think I'm about down to the end of this one. I might have a couple little samples in here. And let me just go over here and pull a couple books that I like. Zimia Snova. Oh, here's another. This is an octopus one that's half done. I think the rest is just half done stuff. So yeah, so that I really pulled out to show the Bennett Klein and the Jasmine and the Doodlers Anonymous. That's what most of those are. So yeah, here's all my Bennett, well, you can't see it this way. There's my Bennett Klein collection. I'm missing a couple, but got most of them. So, okay, so real quick, let me, all right, I got to prop my books back up with this stack. Let me get my Zinnia. I'm gonna flip through here and just see which ones. I love my Korean books, and I've done those kind of recently. Oh yeah, I will show you one more thing. My larger pages, like my Serene and those, I keep in this. This is like, I'm not sure, 12 by 15 or something like that. I keep my larger color book pages in here. So this one's Legends of Mermaid, and she's got stickles. This one is Legend of Mermaids. I'm just going to go quickly because we're running out of time. Okay, and this is, let me think of her name. Anna. I got more over here. Let's see what what's her English name? Oh, and here's the other one, the dragon one I've worked on. She needs to go in, actually needs to go in this other book. Hang on, her name's on here. Where is it? Where's the cover? Hang on, guys. Because it's the Russian artist. Where is her name? I know it's on this. I can't think of her name right now. Do I have it on here? Ah, here it is. Anastasia Ellie Kolderva. And we did this one, and that's in gold on the, it's like a gold plate there. So we did this one and this one here. And she's got lots of jewels. And I made her cry. She wasn't really crying. So got these two done in this. I want to get back to this book because I really like this book. The dragon, and it's got stickles on the dragon. There we go. So there's those. These need to go in my big book here. Oh. Okay, then I have Serene here. And she's done with Copics. You can tell it's Copic because it goes through. So she's done with Copics. What else? And this is just a big faux ledger that I'm using to keep my larger pages in. This one's not done. It's from Serene as well. Okay. And this one is as well. I don't know if y'all are interested in seeing this, but I'm showing it anyway. And this one's Copics. Again, it's one-sided, so I don't care if it goes through. But can't get much closer than that. This is the one I drew for you guys for a project. Another a mermaid. This is Linda Ravenscroft. And her pages are just a little, you know, A5-ish or whatever that's called. You know, UK measurements. They're bigger than, they won't fit in my my sleeves. So there's her, and she's got shimmer wings and shimmer halo like. I don't know if my chat's froze. I think I might have. And let's see. Another Linda Ravenscroft. And again, we put shimmer on her wings. That one. I think that's all I have in the oversized. So those are some of my oversized pages. And then real quick, I want to get my Zinnia Snova. Let's see. These are the big books here. I think I had one more in my large size books. Let's see. Okay, and this is one of my Korean books that I really love this page. So I'll paint with by Galena with, what do you call it, cherry blossoms. And it's a double page spread. I really like that. It's out of this book here. Let's see. This book. Thought I had one in there. Let's see. Oh, hang on, guys. Let me get Zinnia. Here it is. And this is another one I really want to get back to. Zinnia Snova, Tomislav Tomic. Love this one. Thanks, guys. I'm still working on this has got the cover here like this. And I'm still working on the intro page there. So we got a couple things in here. Okay, this one's in progress. That's still in progress. And then I think we have, this one's in progress. And this is finished. So, and I think I have another partially finished one in there. This one is done. This one took, I mean, I can't even tell you how many hours. We streamed some of it. I can't even tell you how many hours this took. There's our little princess. Okay, I'm out of time here, guys, so the recording's going to stop. This one was infinite amount of hours. This was a lot of hours. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Oh, okay, thanks, Karen. Yeah, I think I knew that. I just hadn't had a chance. I mean, like, you know, so many color books, so little time. So, yeah, I'm out of time. I don't know if anybody else is streaming. I haven't seen. But, yeah, so thanks, guys, for joining me for this part 2 of the day. We did finish, we did do a little calendar haul. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. And thanks for watching, guys. And thanks for watching all the recordings.